Hey, and welcome back to Let's Play Ultima Underworld 2. Picking up where we left off at the end of episode 3. We had found our way to the basement of Castle British, but we've actually got some backtracking. This is something that is genuinely news to me. Well, firstly, that leather vest is magical. Apparently it is a serviceable leather vest of additional protection. Thank you, Plum and Bola, for pointing that out. But, Plum, you've really earned your keep by pointing out that one of the best weapons in the game was back with that Reaper. So we're heading back there. My friend, you're a veritable font of information about this game. Please keep it coming. The only thing I would ask is be mindful of spoilers, because I haven't actually finished this game. I've come bloody close to finishing it, but I've never actually finished it. So leave some things to the imagination. Not that you've given me any spoilers yet. I appreciate the level of depth in the comments that you're giving me. Please just be mindful that, yeah, I'd like to experience the end game for myself, for the first time for myself. Now, Reaper should be around here. Yes, he is. Now we can use these bones apparently to push him away. Apparently he doesn't like the bone. Wow, we can too. Get out of here. There's a magical scroll there, which I don't care about. I don't see it. I assume it's this plant here. Oh wait, let me out. Okay, well. I'm gonna rest. Think what power could be thine. I assume that's all he has to say. I don't actually know. I think I may have skipped the dialogue by clicking my mouse. Care cup empty. We didn't really get much health out of that. Let's sleep again. That's better. I appreciate that food has the capacity to heal if we're particularly hungry, but at the same time, I really just want to get healthy. Now. I hope that's not the sword that we're talking about. There it is. Okay, so we have to use the plant in order to produce that. Duly noted. Now, I'm curious. So which is the leather vest, Plum? The one on my person, or the one in my inventory? So we'll just save our game. Let's see, 0493. Oh my god. There we are. Right. Well, at least we hit him. I wonder how many people would have thought to use that plant. Okay, so sleepy time. Oh, our helmet's badly worn now. My care cup is badly empty. So he healed a little bit too overnight, which I appreciate. Not such a fan of the terrain and us getting stuck on it. I want the experience from killing this guy now. Apparently, yeah, we have to actually get to the very bottom of the castle for this to be worth it. Moving around in this space is such a pain in the arse. For some reason, I'm moving backwards, hitting my back key, and it's moving us on an angle because it's still forcing itself into a grid-based system, which sucks a fat one. Oi! Yay! We got a level out of that. A pile of wood chips. Wood. Some very, very green water. It's another scuffed bone. Well, apparently the short sword and other weapons are worth a hell of a lot to trade with. I don't have much of a disposition to trade though. We're going to go back to the crown. Yeah, we might as well smash the helmet up. I'm not so fussed about helmets because, well, I've never really needed them. I appreciate the protection. I always appreciate the additional protection, but at the same time I've never found one of these games sufficiently difficult that I've needed to focus on the armor. Now we're going to stick down on this level. I believe we wanted to head back this way. But what I will show is that for those who are interested in material wealth, for the Ferengi out there viewing, there is apparently some money on Rogwump. But we need booze to trade with him. Oh no, sorry, it was the dripper. Perhaps I should drink some alcohol. If only I had some on me. Got water. I'll just be on my way. Well, we'll have to come back with some booze for him. A pole is useful. A pole can be used to push buttons through gratings and otherwise reach things, reach all those hard to reach areas, really. What else does one really want a pole for that we can put on a family channel? No, because with the frequency with which I say fuck, you know, this is totally a family friendly fucking channel. Stabby stabby. Coming up next, Brutal Heretic. Apparently I attempted to cast a spell at some point, forgetting that I don't actually have 2 mana points to rub together. Man, this sword is just wrecking everything. I've never thought to search that plant before. What's happened? Oh, sorry, I just had a notification on my phone. Wow. Who is it now? Where is it? Oh, you. Where did you go? We've leveled. He's dead. I see you. You've died. We're doing so much damage that we're actually we're actually igniting them. Through here with the spiders? Yes, okay. Next save point. We do need one of these. There are some eggs in here that we need in order to complete the game. I don't think that we're actually in a position to destroy these guys yet. We're doing better than we were. But we're not quite up to beating them yet. Oh, thanks, Torch. Grateful that they've got nice bright red eyes that make them easy to spot in the dark. Apparently we killed that one. Throw that torch. Get a fresh one. There is a light source later on that pretty much replaces torches for the rest of the game. We don't need all of them. We'll just grab the one. How poisoned are we on a scale of 1 to completely fucked? We're completely fucked. What were the potion colours? Let's see. Where were my comment notes from the previous episode, I wonder? Here we go. Yellow is healing, red is cure poison. Cure poison. And healing. Ha, who'd have thunk it? Now, turn back over the page. Thank you for that, Plummet. That being said, once we've got access to plate mail, watch these leather vests disappear. Ragged magical scroll. I wonder what that is. Just kind of gather up these other eggshells in the corner there. Okay. So what have we got through here? Nothing! Apparently there was a scroll of reveal. Is that the one? Nope, that was earthquake. Or tremor. We don't need that either. Serviceable chain gauntlets certainly beat serviceable leather gloves. So we'll go with that. They're not going to be our permanent thing anyway. We need to wear something different a bit later on. Come on, thank you. Oh, what else was there? Oh, the massive locked door. The massive locked door last episode with all the, I'll call it the offices. We can't open that until we're much later in the game. Plumman points out we need to get to, I'll just call it a later stage. At which point we'll have 3 options to open that door. Meanwhile, headlesses. Might actually... No, we'll see if we can get through this without drinking that other potion. And the temptation to destroy one of those potions, we've got the debris, is fairly strong. Not going to though, as I'm sure the comment section would just erupt. There'll be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Well, we've leveled again. It's what, 3 levels this episode? Now, Plummet, I know there is someone that can, in the same way that Shaq did in the original game, tell you that, you know, the dagger that you've just handed him is a dagger, but not much more than that. And I know there's an NPC in Kulon Keep that will do basically that. But is there someone like the Seer who would, I think it was Dominus, who would actually identify an item for you properly? Because yeah, with my magical ability and my general lack of disposition on the magical front, I don't see name enchantment being something that we're going to have. If people are happy for me to destroy a thing of name enchantment and use that, then I'm quite happy to. Use the resulting debris. Nearly full. Well then, that just became our light source for the foreseeable future. It's a day-old piece of meat in the sewers below the castle. Nom. Oh, I saw that wand. Slightly worn wand. We're going to have to put some points in lore, I think. I don't necessarily want to be able to identify everything that we see, but I'd like to be able to know what's magical and what's not. I missed that. Oh, and we have what look like chain leggings and 12 coins. Serviceable chain leggings. Swap the leather for the chain. Which is basically where I stand now. Once we've got a plate vest, or plate cuirass, I should say, that'll pretty much do us for the armor for the time being. And we'll do that once we get back up to the armory. So we're going to save because we've done some things, and I don't feel like wasting time repeating them. If I were playing for myself, I probably would be a bit less spammy on the saves, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that people don't want to see the same part of the game 100 times. Otherwise I would take up speedrunning. Hey, flying experience. Alright, where'd you go? Alrighty then. I see that. Plant. Ragged magical scroll. I'm positive that Plumman can tell me what each of these scrolls are. I'm just waiting for it. I certainly don't mean that in a negative sense at all. Now we find leeches? Are you serious, game? Oh well. Leeches, I'm sure I've said it, leeches will cure poison, but they take some blood with them. check for more. I think what that is simulating is leeches washing up from the surface from the water, which is awesome. That'll be a lurker having a go at us. You what, mate? I'll fuck you up. Spider chose poorly. Any more? I don't think we really need to go too heavy on the leeches. I'm sure we've got plenty and we can always come back if we need more. But we'll just make a note on the... let's see. There we go. So now we head back to that ladder, which should take us, I think, all the way up to the first level again. What level? We're on level 2, on level 4. Huh. Well, we've done some adventuring. Where did it go? There it is. Where are we now? This brings us here, which is actually somewhere new. Can just make a note here. Okay, now I'm going to save. No, actually, we're going to backpedal just a bit because I want to also have a look in the middle. Oi, game. We could use the grid-based movement to move a bit more quickly, but that means finding where the grid-based movement keys are on my keyboard, and I don't feel like doing that. Oh hey. A leather cap. Is that magical plumbing? Will that be more effective than my my messed up helmet? And we do need to come up this way a bit later. There's something particular about that, but an empty bag. We can hold on to it in case we need a sack for anything later. I'm sure we'll need holding items. Does this take me anywhere? No. Let's see, is it that? No, it's not my numpad. Now we know. Wow, okay, well we need to not be washed up in that current. So that being the case... Oh god, I've got to jump this. I hate the jumping in this game so badly. Nope. We'll jump this way instead then. Okay, and we're going to drink one of those healing potions. Just because we need some health. We can make it, we can make it. And then we're going to sleep once we get to the shore. There we go, that'll keep us alive. Feel rested. Current vitality, where are we? Currently well fed and awake. Or wide awake. It helps that we've slept 3 times in, the space of half an hour. And what we want is something around there. Yeah, that's what we were after. Now this is the one that'll... there is something down here that will take us all the way back to the start of the... or back to the castle. It takes us out right near the armory, actually. Okay, we see a large black rock gem. This seems innocuous until we realise that there is a glowing face on this black rock gem. That is important. The importance of that we will come back to at the end of the episode. For the moment, and because of that we may run a little over. Oh, we've got some ghosts to stab with our new toy. And loot. I'm more than happy with loot. And we leveled again. That's what, 4 levels now this episode. I'm happy with this. But a serviceable light mace, that'll be worth a fair bit to trade with. Unblemished sapphire belonging to a ghost. A purple potion, which I've just thrown. Grab you again. Actually, what was purple? Purple protection, we care about that. What are the shit ones? We're generally green. Okay, well we can dispose of all of our green potions. And we don't need 9 leeches, that's going to be weighing a ton. We'll get rid of 5 of them. And we'll grab the goblet, because again, trading. Not that I care too much for the trading, but I'd like to be able to afford it when the opportunities arise. At least early on. And bearing in mind that Plumman has pointed out a friggin' awesome thing very, very, very early in the game, I'd like to be prepared in case he says, hey, by the way, if you've got this much stuff on you, you can get, you know, the fucking godly plate of the whale. What have we got here? A poor stone. Serviceable chain cowl, which may or may not be better than our completely fucked helmet of pain and sadness. Another ragged magical scroll. And some plants which we're just going to give an honourable burial at sea. And we can't bother reaching those. Right. Any drains? Now there was one of these, and I actually do need to care about the waterfall. There. Squeed choked drain. Does this one take me somewhere else? Yes. Okay, where are we now? Just lean down and stab this lurker. Because he really doesn't frighten me now that we've got this sword. Probably should frighten me with or without the sword, but he doesn't. There we are. Now, what have we got? Serviceable small shield, another serviceable small shield, so we'll put the new one in our inventory. And half-burned torch, candles, we're going to take the candles, and we'll just put that in there. Throw that skull out there. Well then, that was a thing. I'm basically picking up everything, and I'm going to let Plumman be my name enchantment until we friggin' find a scroll of it that I can reduce to rubble and use ad infinitum, because that's how I like to rot things. We've got a potion of healing here. Well, I'll grab it. And that would appear to conclude the tour. At least this side of things. Now, we've got another drain over here. Have we seen this one yet? No, I don't think we have. Let's see what's through here. We have... oh, it's the first waterfall. Well, that being the case, let's swing around here and do this one. Oh, we have a step ladder. Oh, that's a pretty waterfall texture. Oh, it's a drain. It's a drain. We've basically found the castle septic tank. Less enamored now. Let's see, and we've got the unblemished emerald and the +2 leather gloves of colonoscopy. Which again I'm going to pick up in case they're actually worth holding on to, because now I'm second guessing everything. I say this and then I'm going to get to the armory and promptly drop everything in order to pick up a freaking plate cuirass and be done with it. Hello plant that previously yielded an awesome sword. And I see that wand behind you. Now, this plant does not hold a sword. I'm going to be checking all of those plants. Okay, so we want to head back in here. So we previously went one way, we now want to go the other way. It's this way, and then there's up a ramp and a ladder which takes us home. And I saw more plants. And sure enough, there's a candle. Big woot. Seriously? Oh, you chose poorly. Anyone else? Didn't think so. Down piece of cheese that we're just going to eat straight away. Serviceable leather vest, which may or may not be magical. I think that the only thing that I would... Honestly, I think the only armor that I would hold on to in preference to plate mail would be a... anything above badly worn insert name of unsurpassed protection. Like the... You actually find a plate cuirass of that. I see you. You like a secret door there. There's an excellent plate cuirass of unsurpassed protection on level 8 of the original game. Hopefully there is something similar. I believe there is in the Pits of Carnage. Key unlocks the lock. Here we go. Worn breastplate, serviceable mail shirt. Of course it would be worn. Wow, it's too heavy with... That makes me sad. That weighs entirely too much to really be caring about at this end of the game. What can we draw? We don't need these daggers. Actually, can we improve our skill by fixing these things? Yes. We damage the dagger. Partially repair the dagger. Damage the dagger. No effect. Partially repair. Partially repair. So what's our skill? So our repair skill is 0. So we'll either get this up to a excellent status, like that, and we'll see what our repair skill is now. Still but... Well, at least tells me what we need to know. Now, I normally would have grabbed that broadsword, but I don't have to care about it now. I am, however, quite disappointed that, we don't... I'll keep that short sword for bartering, I guess. That's the bartering one. Oh no, we've got 2 of them. Oh, we'll get rid of you. You. And, yeah, we'll get rid of you. Yeah, the helmet will still survive a blow. Light mace. Yeah, that's good enough. Small shield can go. Given that we're swapping for plate mail, I don't really need to hold on to all these leather vests. I appreciate that one of these is magical, but plate mail. Enough said. Badly worn helmet, so that's the equivalent of what we're wearing now. Probably just... Oh, I didn't quite reduce it to rubble. And we've got a tower shield. So that will do us in the armor stakes. Serviceable leather leggings. Crossbow ammo. Arrows. That's all serviceable. That's all broken. Can I please center my vision? Thank you. Now, there's booze on the other side of this door. We'll give ale this time because it was port that saved us in first game. I'm positive that this stuff will start going off if you leave it out. Just grab a couple of loaves of bread, let them stack. And back down we go. Nothing in there. So, notwithstanding everything that I have just said about spoilers, I would love to know whom the most effective tutors are for lore, for repair of the sword, and Mana and casting. The rest, not too fussed, but they're the ones I really would like to know. Now, this cave is naturally lit by this gem. The point of this gem, and it's a very important gem, so it's a very important purpose. This is basically what the game will revolve around from here. Oh, we carried a cat that we didn't need. Is that everything? Oh, and a cowl. Is that everything? That sword may or may not be important. Actually, yes. So, yeah, long episode. Never mind me. This is what happens when you don't script things. You have to backtrack, and then you've got to have people going, well, what, tell us about the fucking gem. Like, eat the damn orange, and all that. So what we want to do is head back up here. Around here. And I missed my jump key, unfortunately. We want to head this way. Fuck off, Lurker, nobody likes you. Back this way to the Dripper, give him something for his throat. I'm sure Ghost Appease knows exactly what we'd usually give him for his throat, and we're going to leave that unsaid, aren't we, Ghost? Where are you, Dripper? Doesn't help that he's named a Dripper either. Peaceful goblin that we're just going to shove out the way. There you are. Now, where's our booze? Right. Something wrong with your throat? Perhaps you should drink some alcohol. What are you doing? How do you fill your time? Then I'd like to see. We can't give him the ale? Did it have to be... Oh, I thought it had to be wine or port. Bloody hell. I thought it could have been any booze. Ugh. Oh well. He had a pole, and he has 8 coins on him, which for those particularly fascinated by the acquisition of material wealth, that's a thing. Certainly for those of us intending on having items identified by someone whom you have to pay to identify, that will also be a thing. There's a way up here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make everyone watch while I backtrack again. Stuffed up, we'll live with that, and we'll hopefully find some port to bring back with us from this next part of the game. Anyway. Let nobody say that I don't disappoint. Ah, oh, damn it, I keep fumbling my jump key because it's, yeah. This is me. I don't really need much more explanation than that, do I? So, through here. And this is the end of the episode for now. Through here. We're somewhere new. Now, we'll head back. So the Blackrock gem has so many faces, as you can see. Each of these faces corresponds with one of these faces on the map of the gem. So that is where we were before. You can actually view each of the maps. So there is very much a Hexen-inspired system there. Well, I think Hexen would have been inspired by this, if anything, but given just the timing of these two games. So we don't know where we are yet, but we're in a prison tower, and it's 11:12 at night. We're going to sleep. And it's morning, currently early morning, precisely 6:12 in the morning. We need to go the fuck back to sleep if it's that early. We'll just eat. Currently stuffed. We're going to save our game. And we're going to find out more about this prison tower when we come back next episode. Just quickly, David Walters, developer of Grid Cartographer, which is a program I do commend to anyone who plays the grid-based RPGs because it's bloody handy. It's mapping software. And for those games, especially like Eye of the Beholder, which don't come with maps, I do recommend it. I have not actually played through a game using it myself. I have seen it in action and I've dabbled with it, and I think it is entirely worthwhile for those who enjoy mapping out the games as they play them. I don't do this, but Dave brings up the very, very good point that this game, bit of trivium, came out about the same time as Doom, using an engine from the original game, the Ultima Underworld engine, which actually came out before Doom, yet renders more sprites than Doom. Lift your game, id. And on that note, we'll call it an episode. So, until next time, cheers.